Hi everyone. As you might have noticed, I did not pull on the lock banner, and because this week is pretty dead in terms of content, I thought I'd just showcase Terra a little bit. So what you'll be seeing in this video is pretty much Terra as a chainer on the Scorn of the White Dragon Extreme, as well as an LB finisher. Now please be mindful that I recorded the other two kills after the White Dragon before I EX plus 2'd my Terra. So this one you'll be seeing right about now is the best version I have of her. And the other ones, they are just, well, EX plus 1 Terras. So as you can see, I didn't, whoops, that's the wrong item. I do have her STMR twice now. She's at almost 5k magic, which is insane, to be honest. And her stats are also really strong. She's at 300 Evo damage, 270 Esper damage, and 205 LB damage. That is pretty much as good as it gets. Especially if you cannot use Anima. Anima has a 5% increase to LB damage. I do not have that perk yet, but I'm about to get it in the next week or so. But Anima is needed on Awakened Warrior of Light for this fight, so that's the reason why she's not having it. Also, I don't have the perk yet for the 5% LB damage increase, but that's pretty much as good as it gets in terms of EX plus 2. It is her best in slot gear on every single slot in her shift form. And every calculator shows up that this is the highest amount of damage you can get. Now, if you do not have Terra Sword twice, Black Rosalia, I can show it to you. Where is it? Over here, Black Rosalia, that is Delta Securus STMR, is the next best thing for her because it provides 30% increase to LB damage. Like I said, super good as well. And these are the abilities, so you need Lion's Heart, Guardian of Light from Sora for 75 LP damage, and Duty to the World, which is Luna Freya's STMR, and Originator of the Final Summoning, which is Yunalesca's STMR. And I'm also using her own vision card at level 10. Yeah. As for her brave, non-brave shifted form, I'm using this gear, and I put on some dragon killers because her non-brave shifted form is using magic damage, not evocation damage. That is entirely locked to her brave shift, meaning her non-brave shifted form does take killers into account. She does have some natural dragon killer as well, so she's at 275, and I could technically use Asura's Rod instead of her STMR, but there's no gain to it. I'm heavily overcapping, and a 25% increase in killers doesn't make up for the loss in magic attack, magic power, so it's fine as it is. And this boss will fall over anyway rather quickly if I'm doing this properly. I'm using just a random Terra friend. Negativa has his Terra equipped quite well even. As you can see, high magic. He is also using a pretty decent build in her non-brave shifted form. It is good. As you can see, 235 LB, 220 Esper damage, and 300 Evo damage. It is good. Cannot complain about that. He's also using her own vision card. And the team, the usual, I would say. So, FaZe has 300% ice resistance, meaning she won't take any damage at all. Awakened Warrior of Light, 180 light and dark or better. He won't take any damage at all, other than dying every 4th turn, so turn 4, 8, 12, etc. But it's likely that we kill this boss long before turn 8, so... Yeah, that's my Terra, you just saw her. I'm using Realm. I equipped her for a lot of HP because we'll be using her HP stuff that reduces her HP. As you can see, she's using a lot of HP gear, so she reaches a decent amount. And we're also using Assassin's Shadow to break the boss's break gauge as quick as possible. And he'll also be on breaking duty. I didn't gear his shift form, although I could, but yeah. Alright, let's give this one a go and see how fast we can kill this one. I've tried this before. I messed up at some point, still killed it on turn 8, I believe so. If I'm not doing it wrong, this will be over very quickly. Okay, so let's have Phasey, Lagoon Shell, doesn't need to though. Healing Ripples, again, doesn't need to. Warrior of Light, none can extinguish. Terra is going to triple unlock her Quadcast, double Firega. And the friend Terra does the same. Let's target the body. Assassin Shadow is using triple Shadow Stab 3 times to shave off most of the breakage. And Realm is going to double. She will, would you pose for Portrait and Flame Sketch? And let's have them go. Okay. It was merely a setup turn, nothing really happened right just now, so. I mean, I could technically substitute Awakened Warrior of Light for a second DPS and have Assassin Shadow do all the things, because Assassin Shadow has Concealing Shadow, which allows our team to evade 2 attacks per turn, which is cool. But yeah, I was just too lazy, and I don't want him to die randomly, or not randomly, but every 4th turn. That might mess up some things. I don't want to be messed up. Okay, so let's shave off the last bit of the boss's breakage. Shadow Step twice and Jamming Blade. Alright, let's have Terra Quadcast now. Firaga Final Fantasy 6 4 times. Same applies to the friend unit. Realm is going to... Let's check. The thing with Realm is I could technically use her magic drawing. However, I'd be missing out on the elemental buff from Terra. So I'm not gonna do it probably. I did it before on the attempt and I was doing 18% damage per turn. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna try and see how much I can shave off of the boss's HP bar without Realm additionally chaining. Yeah, and it's a lot more. It's 20% roundabout-ish. And this is without the stat decrease for the boss, mind you. Okay. Let's have Realm, just Masterpiece Sketch 3 times. Awakened Warrior of Light is going to cover. Phasey is going to Rip Current. And let's have her use... Well, let's have her use just Rip Current. Doesn't really matter. And that is the reason why Realm has a lot of HP, because her LB fill, MP refill takes up a lot of her HP. Okay, it's turn 3. Let's do some more damage. So let's just reload both Terras and let's attack the main body, which is going to take a lot more damage now, supposedly. Oops. That didn't work. No, it worked. Okay, let's see how much damage we deal right now. 23%. Quite good if you ask me. Okay, let's have Awaken... No, not Awaken Warrior of Light, but... let's use Jamming Blade 3 times. Let's have Realm use Flame Sketch, as well as... Physical Drawing, doesn't really matter what we're doing right now. Awaken Warrior of Light use that, and Phasey is going to use Narrate's Kiss and Healing Ripples. And let's go. Oh, I should target the main body. That won't deal much damage at all. Whoops, why didn't Warrior of Light go off? Okay, so the boss's break gauge is back. Now the right head is glowing, meaning Warrior of Light will die on the next turn, but that's absolutely fine. He still has his safety net up and running. But what I'm gonna do, just to be sure this doesn't fail, let's use Shadow Step twice and Concealing Shadow on the main body. Let's also have Terra use her LB, because we will be shaving off the rest of the HP from the boss with the LB in a turn. Let's use Firaga 4 times. Let's have, where is it? Okay, let's have Realm, a Flame Sketch, Combat Paint, and Master Sketch. Doesn't really matter too much. Warrior of Light is going to Kiraga. No, let me just quickly check how long his covers are. Up 2 turns. Okay, let's have him use Kiraga for Realm. Phasey, double C magic. Rip Current, Sonar Healing. Okay, and let's have both Terras go. Okay. Warrior of Light died, just as expected, but nothing happened. Okay, let's have both Terras shift and finished off the boss on turn 6. Quadcast. Now what you really don't want to do is deal too much damage here, so let's triple Transburst, Magitech, Power Release, Fire, Magitech, Barrier. Although I've never actually tried and saw what happened if you just kill off the heads right away, and that is what might happen right now. So let's Quadcast, Transburst, Magitech, Power Release, Chaos Wave. Let's have Shadow shave off the rest of the break gauge. I believe 2 would have been enough, right? No, it would not have been. Okay. Realm is going to double. Oh, would you like to pose for portrait is still not up. That's too bad. Anyway, Flame Sketch, Masterpiece Sketch. Warrior of Light needs to reapply cover. Phasey is going to Sonar Healing and Healing Ripple. Okay, and let's have both Terras go. Why won't this trigger? There we go. Okay, let's see how much damage we can deal to the heads. I wouldn't be too surprised if both heads died. No, they did not. Okay. How low are they though? Oh, almost dead, yeah. Okay, let's kill the boss now. So Realms. The portrait is not ready yet, but it's fine. Okay, let's chain SR on the boss. Let's see. Let's do that one. Jamming Blade. Phasey, double C magic, coastal combination. And Warrior of Light. Oops, I believe I used the wrong one. Protective Blade, there we go. Okay, let's send in both Terras first. Oh, I believe that was not good. It didn't matter. I messed it up a little bit, but it didn't matter at all. Okay, let's have Ram now use... when this happens. Combat Paint. Flame Sketch. And that's pretty much all there is to it. That fight is over on turn 7. Okay, and what we're gonna do now is just change the target mid-cast pretty much. So we kill off both of them. And we will also use would you like to pose for portrait, flame sketch, have shadow, break their defenses. Ugh, targeting those two will be quite fun without. Let's have him change target mid cast, okay. And let's have both Terras kill the boss. Let's do that, and we should be good. Yep, easy. And that's pretty much the White Dragon Trial, 7 turns with Terra as a main chainer. So as you've seen, that boss, or Terra in general, is super strong, and you will see a few more videos of that in just a few moments. Okay, see you in a bit for the next one. Okay, let's do Scorn of the White Dragon, a boss that is technically only really weak to light and dark and pretty good against fire. So Terra is not the optimal choice here, but we'll make it work anyway. So let's start off with Phasey, the usual 330 dark resist to cover the preemptive strike, 200 fire, 175 lightning, everything's good. Shift 4, oh, I forgot the abilities, let's go over it quickly. As you can see, those are the ones. Vision card, her own, shift form, doesn't matter. Van, the usual passive provoke evasion, really doesn't do much other than giving us the 130 fire imperil. Terra, base form, doesn't matter. Shift form, super expensive, has 5 STMRs on the equipment side, as you can see, Cursed Doll being a Scorn Trial, Scorn of my doll, that is. And the other ones are all STMRs, as you can see, and they're quite expensive as well. Rydia, quite old unit. Malphasey, okay. I do have 2 Malphasey STMRs. Black Rosalia, Delta Sakura, Arif, Neo Vision Arif, and her own STMR. I will give her a second STMR, by the way, of her own, once I do get it, but I don't have it yet. And on the ability side of things, it's 4 out of 4 STMRs. She's using Duty to the World, which is Luna Freya's STMR, Originator of the Final Summoning, which is Yuna Leska's STMR, Lion's Heart, Squall, Original Squall I should mention, STMR, and Guardian of Light Sora, which is Kingdom Hearts 3, NV Sora's STMR. She's also using her own vision card at level 10, meaning she sports 300 Evo damage, which is not hard to get. She has 240% innately. 220 Esper damage, which will get up to 270 once I swap in her second STMR. And 235 LB damage, which will go down to 205 once I swap out Black Rosalia. Okay, that's pretty much all about Terra. Super strong, she will carry this. Okay, let's move on. Realm on 10,000 needles. I guess I used her for something else. I don't remember what. Anyway, no gear, doesn't even need gear, honestly. All she'll be doing is using her rod in peril. That's all there is to her. And Riku, the same as you know him. Nothing has changed from the original kill video. And I'm using Seraph's Sora. Gear really doesn't matter. All he needs to do is pretty much chain. He has Demon Killer, so I don't know what he's good for. He's good for something. But not this trial. Doesn't even matter, to be honest. And I should mention Realm is on Ifrit, so we can boost fire damage for her LB as well. Alright. The boss does his imperil. Phasey doesn't care, as per usual. Now, oops, that is from last turn. That's from the last kill. I tried to strat before, I know it works, so that is why. Okay, so let's have Realm use Total Eraser, which you pose for a portrait. Now please be wary. Using the Total Dispel also dispels phases, mitigate or cover. So she needs to Rip Current as well as Lagoon Shell. Let's check real quick. No, she needs to use Deep Sea Sorcery, sorry. Okay. Not Va. Let's have... No, let's have Terra use Ifrit Summon. So that covers also the summon mission for Nespa. Now I do not know whether it's better actually to use the Ifrit Summon to amplify fire magic, or whether it's better to use her Limit Burst on turn 1 and boost Limit Burst damage. That is a calculation I haven't done just yet. Alright, Riku is going to use Sword Break 3 times, and Sora will use Stun Impact, Sunray Blast twice, and let's do some damage. This should get the boss down to 49% if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 47 even. Perfect. So we are guaranteed to break the boss's break gauge next turn. Okay, Phasey will cover the rest of it. Takes a little bit of damage, nothing too serious though. It's Phasey. She's just too strong for this. Okay, Sora and Riku take care of the break gauge. There we go. Realm will triple sketch, flame sketch, and the other ones really don't matter to be honest. Let's just use flame sketch. Phasey is going to double C magic, extra special sun buff for Realm and Riku, and the last one is whatever pretty much. Terra is going to limit. She's gonna Magitek Power Release. Oops. I had this glitch. Transburst, Magic Power Release, Fire. The third one is pretty much up to you. I'm gonna use Trans Limit. It doesn't matter at all. And one is just gonna refresh the Fire Imperil. Okay. The boss will skip the turn now. And regarding Terra's Limit Burst, which we'll be using, you need to be wary of the fact that it's a little bit on the slower things of sides. It is a single hit, which is cool, just like Tifa's attack or Tifa's Limit Burst. But it takes a few seconds to wind up. So, oops. So when chaining, make sure to have the chainers go a little bit after Terra. So Realm is going to use Physical Drawing for her triple Amoy. Riku is going to use his triple Amoys, Shadow Break or whatever, and Sora is going to use Sunray Blast. The other ones really don't matter, they don't do much to the fight or for the fight. Let's have Terra go. Wait a few seconds and let's have the other ones go. And the boss is dead. That's how easy it is. Oh, and by the way, farming the White Dragon is the most efficient, 1.8 billion even. So Terra hit really hard, really hard. We almost reached the damage cap of 2.14. And as you can see, the White Dragon is the most efficient way to farm rank XP at the moment, with 15k rank XP per kill, and it's a quick kill. It's especially kill if you can do this on turn 2. I believe this is easily possible if everyone has either Guts or 300% Dark Resist. It is possible, and I will probably sometime on the weekend do a team that can pull this off, but I don't think we need a video for that. If you want me to do a video on how to rank XP farm White Dragon, just write it in the comments and I will show you the video sometime on the weekend. But let's head over to the next trial and see how quickly that one goes, right? Alright, let's do Everyone's Grudge or Tonberry Trial next. Right off the get-go, Terra has not seen any changes, so that is her Brave Shift form, which we'll be using. Gear is absolutely the same. So Terra, the cool thing about her, like I mentioned, is her gearing is just there. You don't need any killers. You just need the right equipment and you'll be good to go for every boss, unless you need specific resistances, but we don't need them for this meta here. Ludas also has a pretty good Brave Shifted Terra, albeit he's using Dark Gambatein to probably boost Epine instead of using Delta Secura, or maybe he doesn't even have Delta Secura. He does have decent gear. No complaints here. 225 Esper damage, 300 Evo, 125 limit burst. It's a little bit on the lower side of things, but it's okay. We will still overkill the boss by a whole lot. The rest of the team, FaZe will stay in a shift form where she's at 300 water, which is the attack on turn 2 the boss will use. And we will probably not reach turn 3, but if we do, they got 180, which is a little bit lower. We would usually need 300, but it's okay. Aerith, just for buffs, debuffs, etc. Nothing too fancy about her. I'm also using Ram. I boosted her HP as much as I could, because we'll be using some of her HP reducing skills probably, but nothing too fancy here. She's mainly in this team for her Rod Imperil, to be honest, and the Fire Imperil, of course. And lastly, Riku, Breaker, as well as Passive Provoke, Evasion. And as you can see, I'm still on Dragon Killers for the White Dragon Trial. I didn't even bother changing it much. Okay, and he's also on Ifrit to summon an Esper on turn 1 to further boost Tifa's damage. Not Tifa's, although they have the same roles, but I'm referring to Terra here. Alright, let's give this a whirl. And as you've seen, I'm not using any wind weapons, meaning this fight has to end quickly, but it will end quickly. Rest assured. Okay, let's have FaZe shift immediately. And let's use Lagoon Shell. Yep, Lagoon Shell. And let's also use... Can we do... Let's use Healing Ripples, why not? Oh yeah, I forgot to equip Riku's Trust Master. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's have Riku summon the Esper. That also, if you're going for missions, by the way... Oh, this one doesn't even have an Esper mission. Easier than I expected. Okay, Realm is going to would you pose for portrait? And... Full LB gauge. We will apply the Fire Imperil next turn. Now, Aerith is going to Lustrous Shield on FaZe because she needs that for the a little bit harder to survive first turn, which is non-elemental magic damage, and ATB Ward. Terra is going to shift. We are straight going for turn 2 kill, by the way. No, we're not. Let's set up. Okay. No, actually we can. Never mind. Let's immediately go for the turn 2 destruction of this boss. So Transburst, Magitech, Power Release, Fire. And the last one is pretty much up to us. Let's use Chaos Wave. Whatever. Let's do the same on the front unit. Triple Magitech, Transburst, Magitech, Power Release, Fire, Chaos Wave. Ooh, did he level his Limit Burst? Yeah, he did. Okay. Let's have them go. A mere setup turn, this shouldn't deal too much damage. It didn't. It almost killed the Tonberries though. Ooh, Did not expect that, to be honest. Wow, that actually destroyed FaZe. Wow. Anyways, let's have both Terra's cap. Riku is going to Shadow Strike 3 times, and Realm is going to triple Physical Drawing 3 times. Let's have both Terras go first. Or not. Wait for a second, and let's have them go. And the main boss is dead. Let's quickly revive FaZe. And let's... oh, I can't. And let's use this. Okay. FaZe does have cover, but I don't believe the bosses will do much. Yeah, they just stole our MP. Nothing that we need to worry about. Okay. Both Terras will triple magic, Firaga, Realm. We didn't even use Realm's Fire Emperor, by the way. I forgot about that. Which is funny. The boss still died. Let's use Flame Sketch right now. Combat Paint. Physical Drawing, doesn't matter. Let's use her LB. She will just Lovely Splash, doesn't matter. Let's have Aerith, Shift, and LB as well. And let's just do whatever pretty much. Let's change target in mid-cast, so we might actually kill out both of them in one turn. Okay. Pretty easy, right? Terra did the trick on the Tonberry. Turn 3 clear. Easy as it comes, easy as it goes.